What up, Cowboy fans and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and they're a little therapeutic. Alright, I said I was going to start busting out these videos. Here's the first one, and guess what it's about? You know what it's about. Defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, head coach. What's going on there? Find out next. Alright. I'm making these videos off my GoPro, so you have to bear with me a little bit. It's new for me. As you can see, I'm trying to have, everything represented behind me and all that, Alright. Head coach, as we all know, is going to be Mike McCarthy heading into 2021. He's probably going to be on the hot seat with a short leash because the Joneses, I'm pretty sure after last season, are like, yo, these guys were your picks. Aside from Leon Lett on defense, Doug Nussmeier, and Kellen Moore. Everybody else was your pick. If you have another year of underachieving, it is what it is. We're going to have to move on. Maybe Kellen Moore will be the next head coach. Who knows? But he'll be back. He'll be retained in 2021. As you know, we're going to have our boy Kellen Moore. He's been re-signed for a 3-year extension. So he's going to be sticking around for a while. Sorry, watching the LA and the Seattle game too. So he's going to be with us. So the offense is going to continue to click, especially if we get Dak Prescott back, which I'll get into at another point. And defensive coordinator. Here's where we're at. Mike Nolan and defensive line coach Jim Tomsula have been fired, as we all know by now. More than likely, the defensive firings are not going to be over. That's just the beginning, but that's where we're at right now. A lot of people have pretty much condemned these guys because Jim Tomsula was actually the one who came up with this hybrid 30-40 front, taking D-Law out of his three-point stance comfort zones and trying to make him what he's not. And that's on the D-line coach as much as Mike Nolan. Because as you remember, they said they were going to make a scheme fit the player instead of the players fitting the scheme, and that was a bunch of bull. They didn't do any of that. But Jim Tomsula must have thought, he had it because he was only there in 49er land 1 year in 2015. He got Aldon Smith, so of course he knew what to do with him, and Randy Gregory. They both knew how to run in this kind of defense because they're used to it. But the rest of the guys took, till October to finally click a switch? That's not going to work. And, of course, Tomsula got a little spoiled because it was with the Washington football team and since 2017. And that's when they drafted Deron Payne and the Allen kid. And with those two combined, back then, it was a pretty good tandem when healthy. Just adding Chase Young this year definitely put them over the top. Hopefully our defense can get a little better and closer to that. Here's hoping. But now we have word that we are going to get our first interview tomorrow with Joe Whitt Jr. He is the former DB's coach with the Atlanta Falcons. He's a former player, former cornerback, and he was an assistant to Mike McCarthy in Green Bay as well. So you see Mike is still getting his boys, no matter what's going on, no matter the day and age, and he's still trying to hook people up. We'll have to see if they go with the first look or if they're going to keep searching. So we got plenty of time. So it's not going to be like first guy, instant hire, I hope. For those of you wondering, Chris Richard is actually getting interviewed out with the LA Raiders, or Las Vegas Raiders. And so don't think he's coming back. Wade Phillips, he's too old, and I don't know if he'd want to come back. He's 70 now, I think. and coming back to work with this defense. He might not have familiarity with the coaches on the staff already, so that might be a no-go. But Joe Whitt Jr., he was the Packers quality control guy in 2008. From 2009 to 2017, he was their DB coach, and he was the defensive pass coordinator in 2018 when Mike McCarthy and staff were fired. He went on to Cleveland last year, and he was gone with that staff. So this is our first interview. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they don't just pluck the first guy that they interview, huh? But that's what we got. First video done. A couple more coming. Can't wait. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. Talk to y'all later. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, out.